should go ahead and address it because I know I sound like a bowl of gravy up here. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all I'm from Alabama. I now live in Colorado. I've lived in Denver for 5 years, so I tell people I have time traveled, which is nice. I went from cleaning out horse stalls to actually plugging in vehicles, so it's been quite the adjustment. It's been quite the adjustment, you know. I think we should talk about the obvious, you know, what's going on, and that's masks. I think masks are great. I think people should wear them in social settings. I think they make a difference. I want people to know that I haven't heard anything that anybody has said in a year. I've never given up on so many conversations in my entire life. I mean, people will be in the middle of talking. I'm like, you know what, Jessica, just shoot me an email. It sounds like you're drowning right now. And the closer I get to you, the further you back away, and it's weird in the office, I gotta tell you. And y'all know just as well as I do, if you go ahead and pull down your mask, that is the same as pointing a gun at the ceiling. I mean, people bounce their head off the floor. I mean, they go sprinting down the hallway. He's got the virus! I just want y'all to hear me. It's a tough time, man. And I know I'm gonna keep the mask on. I'm gonna wear it. I can't breathe without the mask. Y'all see me. I'm not jogging out here. I mean, I'm trying to tie my shoes with the mask on. I look like a dolphin coming up for air every time. It's SeaWorld in here. I'm trying just to tie my shoes. I don't have any numbers to back it up, but I do feel like my uglier friends wear their masks more. I do. I don't have any science with that, but I do have some buddies. I mean, trying to talk to some women. They got their masks to their hairline, trying to talk to women. Listen, I own a Volvo. Give me a minute here. Be a weird time to try to court somebody right now, you know? Both of you have masks on. It's really hard. That's a tough way. I mean, you're out to eat, you know? Maybe somewhere nice like Cracker Barrel. Things are going smooth. Y'all laugh about I'm talking about little Cracker Barrel things go, and then we hit the gift shop, you know? You don't know who Ricky Skaggs is? Get a cassette. We're having a good time. But yeah, you gotta say, you know, the biscuits come out, and you gotta say something weird before you get into them. You know, like, hey, Ashley, will you show me your teeth? You know? Which is a weird thing to do, but we're about to bite into these biscuits, and I want to see what she's chewing with, you know? Just go, we'll check them like Kane out. We'll just lift up one side, we'll lift up the other. Those look pretty healthy, Ashley. I don't know, it's a big deal to me. I'm a flosser. I want to know that you floss too, you know? I've earned my flossing. Flossing's not just something you can just do on a Tuesday afternoon. We've earned our flossing. My gums don't bleed anymore. It took me years to get here. It feels good to floss. Y'all, some of y'all get it. Some of y'all are like, my God. You know why? Because you're not flossing, all right? And yeah, 2020 was a big year, non-flossers. Y'all were just walking around with whole chicken legs hanging out of your front teeth. Nobody knew it, did they? Well, oh yeah, don't you clap, don't you? And some of y'all, sometimes when I say that, people act like it's shallow. I'm like, do you pick your partners by their eyeballs? Is that what you do? You see somebody blinking, you're like, we're starting a family. I can tell. I've seen a lot of people blink, but she's really got a blink about her. I mean, she does. I don't know. People have come up with really unique ways to make you feel less than with these masks, you know? Living in downtown Denver, I'll have my mask on, you know, and the other person will have their mask on, and we're both headed down the sidewalk towards each other. And right before we get to each other, they cross the street. I don't know if y'all can tell yet, but I'm pretty fiery. I crossed the street with them. I've got a few questions, and the first one is, where are you going? I've got a better mask on than you do and a bunch of gel in my hair. We're going to play the odds today. I don't know. It's just my thoughts. COVID's made it weird. I'm an Android guy. I don't know if there's any Android users. Tough life for an Android user during COVID. I haven't seen a menu in over a year. Some of y'all don't get this. I've got 50 pictures of barcodes. That's it. That's all I've got. I mean, if nobody around me has an iPhone, we're going chicken fingers. That's the only option. 90% of the places serve it. It's not weird. I can just order that. It's easy to be observational when you're from somewhere like Alabama and you move out west. Everything kind of shows up to me, you know? Like, I own a bunch of popular clothes on accident. There's this big hipster movement going on that's it's going full circle right back to me that I never saw coming. And some of y'all will understand this. If you go to any coffee shop in any decent-sized city, the person serving you that latte these days is going to be wearing a whole lot of Carhartt. When I was growing up, Carhartt meant that you were real country, you know? Your dad might be a plumber. Y'all were rented deer meat, you know? Math wasn't something you got excited about. Carhartt was different in the 90s. Now everybody's got it on, and it's mind-blowing. I got it for every Christmas. I mean, my whole life, and my dad would say the same thing every time. That right there is going to last you forever. And that's cool. It's nice to have clothes that last forever. Carhartt's famous because it doesnn't shrink when you wash it. It doesn't hang on fences. But, I mean, when you're 14, you don't want coveralls. My parents would be like, Derrick, we'd like for you to get a girlfriend. And I had to tell my mom, y'all just bought me overalls. I drive Dad's truck. You make my lunches. There's a rumor at school that I've got a family, Mom. I look like a working man. I do. Everybody thinks I'm punching in and out, you know? It wasn't cool to look like a coal miner in 96. I hate to break it to people. Now, if you've got ripped jeans and a Carhartt sweatshirt, you're a cool guy. Let me tell you something. In Alabama, if you've got ripped jeans and a Carhartt sweatshirt, you have a gravel driveway. Just the way it is. Same thing with the brand Champion. I know all y'all, in the 90s, you wanted any brand besides the brand Champion. Now it's super popular. Champion was a Kmart brand. It was the only brand that would come brand new with the tags on it and still smell like cigarettes. I can remember, I'm like, I don't know how, this smells like Aunt Sheila, Mom. But it's in the package. There was nothing cool about Champion. I mean, one of my buddies, Dakota, he was like, Derrick, calm down, man. You're freaking out. Champion just made a comeback. And I said, Dakota, I'm going to tell you what a comeback is, my man. That means you were once here, and now you're back again. Champion just got be like if next week Sadie Glory was all over Instagram. Rags to riches. This is the true American story. This isn't a comeback. This is a come up, my man. Did y'all ever think, I'm 36 years old, did y'all ever think that you would see that flooding your pants would be popular? Did y'all ever see that one? I can tell you, 10 years ago, if you showed up to a high school and your pants weren't touching your shoes, nobody was talking to you. Now, showing a little ankle is man, you are the man. Let your jeans stop about shin. Shin right there, that looks good. Let's get some cool socks. Look at, when I got socks for Christmas growing up, I knew my grades needed to come up just a tad.